Great. So we've got a special announcement tonight that I wanted to let folks know about. So this group of people here are members of what we're calling the Civic Cloud Collaborative. There's a bunch of other people involved as well, but we've got some good representation up here. It's a group of 8 forward-looking organizations that are looking to create what we call civic and public spaces within Burlington's gigabit network. And what we're happy to announce tonight is that the Knight Foundation has funded a $35,000 Knight Prototype Fund grant for this. So we want to let folks know about this project, what we're trying to do, and want to talk a little bit about some of the different applications that are going to use this Civic Cloud. So this is the Civic Cloud is a tool for community organizers, nonprofit civic hackers to use as a platform for public non-commercial internet applications and digital creative works. So this sounds a little abstract, so like I said, we want to talk a little bit about some of the specific applications that are going to be hosted on the Civic Cloud. But what we want to do is we want to move beyond these applications, and we want to open up the Civic Cloud to the entire community to use as a resource for interesting applications and uses. But yeah, so first I wanted to invite James Lockbridge and Lauren Glenn up to talk a little bit about one of the applications, which is live streaming. In fact, this announcement is being live streamed on servers that are going to become part of the Civic Cloud. So, great.
Thank you, Bradley. So Bradley Holt is our fearless leader. He has, in his capacity of Code for BTV, really gotten us all together, and the brain trust of the Civic Cloud Collaborative is a very exciting one. For us at CCTV Center for Media and Democracy, it is the next generation of public educational and government access. It's something we've been thinking about a long time, but the combination of computer servers and a big fat gigabit speed pipe means that we can start taking our public share of the cloud and use it for the common good and for the purposes that really will make a difference in the quality of life for our community. From our point of view at CCTV and Channel 17, we'll be using the cloud, which we're very happy is being built out, to stream live public meetings and to promote civic engagement in its various forms. And Jim Lockwood of Big Heavy World is going to talk a little bit about what they're planning to do, which we're actually living right now. Thank you, Jim.
Very excited for this development. Big Heavy World has its roots in technology, going back to the beginning of the internet in the mid-90s when it became public. And we've always sought to seize technology for the benefit of the music community in Vermont. And we've done our best to look ahead to the horizon for what's next and what next technology will be seizable. And we're looking at gigabit. And we don't have the talent or the resources to accomplish what's being accomplished through this collaborative. So it's an immense pleasure to be a part of it, to witness the skills that are being applied to this problem, and to creating a resource that many people beyond Big Heavy World and the people we serve are going to benefit from. The streaming video that's occurring tonight is an example of what we will be accomplishing in probably an exponential fashion, given the bandwidth of gigabit, as we do our best to bring live music in the Burlington area to the internet in a way that everybody can enjoy it in high definition all the time.
Great, thank you, Jim. So one of the other applications we're going to be using the Civic Cloud for is WordPress websites for nonprofit organizations across Vermont, and I wanted to invite Rob Fish up to talk about this and explain why this is so important and what benefit this can have to our community.
Thank you, Bradley, and thanks to Code for Burlington, Vermont, and the Knight Foundation. I first got involved with Code for Vermont as the nonprofit advisor with the Vermont Digital Economy Project. It's a project of the Vermont Council on Rural Development and came about in the aftermath of Tropical Storm Irene, when we realized that the organizations, the businesses, and the towns that succeeded in bouncing back the quickest and were the most effective at responding to the floods were the ones that were connected. My role in the project is working specifically with nonprofits, and I came across several different nonprofits, notably the Bethel Food Shelf, the Woodstocks Food Shelf, a job bank, a rescue squad, where their web presence was either non-existent, corrupted, or just lacking. For example, with the Bethel Food Shelf, they didn't have a Facebook page, they didn't have a website, and after Irene, donations were flooding in from around the country, but no one could direct them locally to a local organization. With the Deerfield Valley Rescue Squad, people could not volunteer through them. People didn't even know their coverage area because their website was corrupted. We look to WordPress as a solution to this. It's something that's easy to deploy, easy to manage, and within the reach of any nonprofit, but we ran into a problem of hosting and how to deploy it across a myriad of organizations. And thanks to the Civic Cloud, we will now have the capability to offer any food shelf in the state or any rescue squad or even any library the chance to have their website hosted locally and to the benefit of local organizations and the state as a whole.
And I want to invite Jim Lockridge back up to talk briefly also about some really interesting stuff they're doing with the Civic Cloud to help Big Heavy World, and some volunteer-driven apps that are going to help with what work Big Heavy World is doing.
Sure. The Civic Cloud is like a big blank slate. It opens up a whole new world of ultra-fast internet to people who can sort of hop in and play with it. It's a romper room for technically inclined developers. We think of it in terms of an internet makerspace. So the point is, the world is wide open for what the possibilities are for applications that are created, and some that I'm sure we haven't even imagined yet because of the capabilities of the gigabit situation. Big Heavy World is applying itself to create a couple apps that relate to supporting Vermont-made music, and these are all volunteer-driven, all volunteer-programmed, volunteer-supported, and the first that's coming together very well, and you can see a very early draft of on the website now, is a music player that is library-oriented. We have a special collection of thousands of Vermont recordings. You can hear essentially all of them, more than 10,000 tracks. Check them out, listen to them. They're not downloadable, they're protected, but you can hear them in our library online, thanks to the work of a volunteer named Nathan Haskins, who also, by the way, won a third-place prize in a My Web Grosser hackathon for this very project. So we're proud of Nate, and we're happy to be moving along with this particular app. There's a list of others. That's the first out of the gate, so keep your eye on bigheavyworld.com for what's next, and I'm sure we'll surprise you, we'll surprise ourselves, and we'll keep trucking.
And there's one other application I wanted to show you. This is a fun application called Lakecraft. John Cohn's going to come up and talk a little bit about it, and Nick Flourish is going to give you a demo of it.
So Nick, you good? You all set? So I'm John Cohn. I'm a fellow at IBM, but I'm also on the board at Echo. And when Bradley and company created the first Hack for VTV as part of the National Civic Day of Hacking, we, Nina Ritabinho and Micah Mutrix, we submitted an idea trying to get kids more interested in participating in the lake. They had the idea of using the very popular game Minecraft and trying to model the lake. And we were lucky enough to get some awesome volunteers. So Nick Flourish, who's our man over here, Will Fallows. And over the last several months, they've been able to get this version of Minecraft with the actual data from the Lake Champlain Basin. We're going to be hosting on the Civic Cloud, and we really want to appreciate. I really appreciate everything that Code for BTV has done, the Knight Foundation, and really look forward to hacking on this cloud. Very active in the. I love the analogy about the makerspace. Very active in generator makerspace, and I think we are really blessed to have such a cool tech community. The one thing I would say as you're demoing is we are looking for a couple more volunteers with Java skills to take this to the next level so we can deploy. So if anybody here is a good code hacker, we could use it. Nick, should I be just, okay, so what you're seeing, are you going to talk? Are you going to hand signal? No, the geography, thanks to the wizardry of Nick, this is actual topography of the Lake Champlain Basin. And you can go anywhere in the entire basin, you know, top of Mount Mansfield to the lowest abyss of the lake. And I don't know how many of you are Minecraft hackers, but you can go there, you can look around at the natural beauty, and then you can dump hot lava on stuff. So, I mean, it's got everything you need. But again, this is going to probably, we believe that this will be a very popular way of connecting kids with a lake, and it'll be on the Civic Cloud. So thank you again. Where's he going? Okay, thank you very much, Nick.
Thanks, John. You can keep demoing it if you want, Nick. while I'm talking. So I just wanted to give a special thanks to all the members of the Civic Cloud Collaborative. So our members are Big Heavy World, CCTV Center for Media and Democracy, Channel 17 Town Meeting Television, Code for BTV, Foundline, Laboratory B, RETN, and VCAM. Great, well, thank you, everyone. Thanks.